Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I don't know what that little warning said down there. Oh, I think it's because it's recording through my new mic. So if you hear me wheezing, listen, your girl's got asthma, okay? It's triggered by allergies. Yeah. Anyways, I forgot what I was just saying. Anyways, welcome to my channel. If you're new, all the trigger warnings. If you're returning, hi guys, what's up? The reading today is going to be, there's something about eyes, okay, that is very significant. And I feel that there may be like a sparkle or some sort of a light in your eyes. Okay, so there's something more alive about you. And at this time, you may find that there are a lot of people just blatantly staring at you at this time. Okay. It's like you're Medusa, right? You're turning people to stone. Like they freeze, they see you and they freeze, like they can't look away, right? No matter what their expression or their posture or that eye contact, right? Eyes are the mirror to the soul. So no matter what that contact brings up in them, it's like they cannot look away. And I do not feel that you are someone who is like you. I feel like you're someone who looks people in the eyes when you speak to them. Okay. If these things resonate with you, then this reading is going to resonate with you. I don't know why this is important, but this is like what's being brought to the forefront. And I guess we're going to pull some of the shaman's dream, the shaman's dream oracle. We're going to pull some cards from there. You might be like running a lot at this time. Maybe you're really busy, and maybe you haven't noticed people staring at you like this. It's almost like you catch a glimpse of it, but you look away, right? Maybe and then maybe again the out of breath, the dry mouth. Maybe it is because you're so busy that um, you're like the white rabbit right now. You cannot even stop to catch your breath because there's just so much more that you have left to do in the day. You could have an accent also, because I'm feeling an accent want to take over, and it would be, I believe, a European accent. Which I know is a wide variety, and I apologize. It's not being narrowed out. So maybe you don't like people looking at you, okay? And you're probably really, really busy. It's like, I'm getting Eye of the Tiger. Na na na, na 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 na. I don't know what the words are. I apologize. When I hear that song, I kind of turn into a guitar. Or just, I can't help it. I know I'm a nerd. Music nerd. Yeah, and nature nerd. Hi, welcome. But I feel that you're starting to notice it more. And so you're not looking away because that's not your thing. I really don't feel like that's your thing. I feel like you are a whale, right? Like you have this massive energy, right? Like if you put a whale's eye next to a human, right? That's where your perspective, like, that's the magnitude of you when you're coming around. Again, you could be feeling like Gorgon energy. You could feel like you're turning everyone to stone. And here's the catch. Okay, here's what they want you to know. The more you hold contact, if you don't look away, the stronger your gaze is. If you do not sever the link, because it's your choice. If you look away like this because you get nervous, oh, I don't want to embarrass them. Oh, I don't want them to think I'm being rude by staring, stuff like that. And then you look away for whatever reason. It's like you cut the connection. So when it reforms, it's like their guard is like from here to here. Okay. So I think you're being encouraged at this time to not look away when people look at you, when you catch someone staring at you, you're being encouraged not to look away. Yeah. If if you're shy, I'm sorry. I know this one's going to be a tough one, honey. But we are all guided to do things that make us uncomfortable, and it is for our own growth. Okay, you just have to express to God, to your creator, how you want to be taught. Don't think of how you've been taught thus far. Think of how you want to be taught, how you want to be shown through life lessons. Well, if X, Y, or Z were to have to happen to me, I would hope and pray that it would happen to me in this way, right? Like you try to find, it's like the silver lining, right? It's like you're placing the silver lining so that if you're ever in that situation, you can see the silver lining. It's interesting. I'm getting like an intertwinement of future you helping past you, helping future you, by helping present you, to have awareness of don't I love my guides, y'all. They're so funny. Yeah. Perfect storm. The courage to step into life. This is like not being afraid. A bird's not afraid to fly. A peacock's not afraid to stretch out their feathers and show you, right? A bird's not afraid to spread their wings and show you their feathers and ruffle them a bit so you can see all the colors. They just are. And we get to admire them in all of their beauty and respect them and honor them, right? And their connection to this beautiful circle of life that we're all living in. We are all human. The rest should be just completely irrelevant. I'm going to keep this one out. This feels important. Let me show you. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of my favorite cards in this deck. You know, you always have one, right? This just, okay. Art. I love art. You guys, I'm an art nerd. Do you see? Look at the beautiful details. Do you see how the feathers of the crow they're peacock feathers, right? And it's like, but from here, you don't see that. You just see the crow. But even with it just being a crow, it demands respect in its own right. So you could be demanding respect at this time. But this is having the courage. I'm getting Star Trek references. Do you like Star Trek? Me too. Sci-fi nerd also. Anyways, this is having the courage to be your adorable little weird self, right? And all of your eccentricities. Am I saying that right? Like eccentricism, like being eccentric. Basically, other people be like, "You're just weird." That's just a nice way to say weird. That's okay. Have you really looked up what the definition of weird is? The origin of the word? Words have power. And point of origin matters. You could be seeing infinity symbols at this time. It's so crazy that okay. There's like a whole universe in this crow's heart center. Like, do you see the heart center? That's a whole freaking, like, that's a universe. To me, it looks like a universe. I don't think it's just a galaxy. I think it's like a universe moving through a portal. Oh, that's beautiful. I really love this deck, you guys. Let me show you the box. Okay, I've had it for a while, but I haven't used it too much because I don't like the way it shuffles. And that made me really sad. But I really like the cards, and I love everything nature, and this is art and nature and faith all rolled into one. So I absolutely love this deck. And I'm not surprised because it's Colette Baron Reed, and she is a beautiful soul. Alberto Villoldo is new to me, though. And it's illustrated by Jenna della Grottaglia. Ooh, sounds Italian. I like it. Again with the accent, you either okay. There's something about someone with an accent. I don't know if this is you, or maybe you're going to be meeting somebody who has a very distinct accent. Okay, and they could be different from you. This was the reason why I bought this deck. How pretty is that? And I said you were like the white rabbit. So maybe I should take this one out too, because this is another reference to Alice in Wonderland. And that's crazy. Okay, y'all. Like, listen, on this channel, I have faith. I know that I don't even need to shuffle for the words to come through. I don't even need the cards for the words to come through. I just need my faith. Okay? Confidence in ourselves is literally just faith in ourselves. Faith in us, really believing in us. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I really hope that this makes sense, because I really don't know how to explain this. It's just your path of following faith, always choosing love, always choosing peace, no matter how dark the storm may be, right? No matter how dark the things that may be stirred in the depths of your soul, all of it is to help transform you. Everything that happens, everything we experience. And it's because we all get gut feelings. Even if you feel so disconnected that the last gut feeling you can remember having, and it was right, I'm very specifically getting like someone poking me, I was like, it was right. Let them know it was right. Like, this is important. Could have been when you were much younger than you are now. Okay. So if you're 18 and you're watching this now, this could have been from when you were like 9 or 10, right? Give or take, around that area. But if you go from whatever point you can remember as the first time, or the most recent, or the last, whatever it is for you, right? Whichever one shows significance to you right now. If you go to that one and you allow yourself to get comfortable in the memory, which means you're going to purge a lot of emotion, okay? And that will present itself in your reality in many different ways. Okay? You're cementing your faith and your belief in yourself. So no matter how little you may trust yourself, no matter how low your self-esteem may be, I feel like this is too high. It's kind of annoying. Oh, I look tired. I am tired. It's like late. I'm ready for bed and I gotta be up early. But anyways, here we are, right? Because when you're called, you call or you answer. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, back to this message. Energy on this. Um, Everything happens for your transformation, for your evolution, to grow your what? Your intuition. What's your intuition? Your intuition is listening to your gut feeling. Well, what's your gut feeling? Your gut feeling is when you know that something is cautioning you about something. I hate to be so vague, but I'm trying to stick with the feeling, right? And for allow the experience to present itself through your own mind so that you can be guided specifically to what it is for you. Okay? I'm getting Tupac's All Eyes on Me. And again, this goes back to the whole like Medusa effect. So you might feel, don't worry about what people are thinking when this happens. Check in with you. You looked in that direction for a reason. What was the guidance? What have you forgotten yet know? Release the suppression of whatever it is and allow yourself to go down the rabbit hole. Allow yourself to experience the fall, then the floof. Remember when Alice's skirt finally floof? And it was like the slow, like it wasn't just a fall, right? It then began a float and like a slow hovering descent. She was always safe throughout her entire journey because everyone knew, deep down they knew that Alice was who Alice was, and she didn't understand anything around her. She was very different from everyone she was around, right? So, okay, so you could be in a different country than your country of origin because origin was important, okay? And you're experiencing everything now through a different collective mind. And it's like evaluating um if it's yes, if it's like an environment you want to be in or whatever, yes, thank you, whatever's coming up for you, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, you're going on faith. Because you know what we didn't do yet? We haven't lit this thing. On my channel, if you're new here, you could be very rushed. Or maybe we're just all very, I feel like everybody's rushed right now, honestly. It feels that way. Mars kind of energy. Maybe you're an Aries. Who else is really rushy? I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's just you guys take on a lot. Gemini. Mm-hmm. Gemini. Capricorns, but Capricorns they're different. Those are signs I'm getting. I actually don't usually get them, but let's go ahead and start our little contract, guys. Make a wish. What do you want to know? What do you need more at this time? Have faith that while this little incense cone is burning, you are only going to be given the messages of the purest, greatest intentions for the absolute best outcomes for you. Have faith. Just go with it. Listen. Just because you dip your toes in the water doesn't mean you're going to dive in, right? Maybe you change your mind. Maybe it's too cold. Maybe you notice something below the surface. And even if you do fully get into the waters, you can always get back out. It's just a choice, right? Um, there's power in you holding the Medusa stare right now. So even if you think people are looking at you like you're crazy, maybe maybe it's that you're so locked up in here that it's showing here. And so people they're curious, curiouser and curiouser. It's like they're one, you have you ever seen somebody and you see their face, like the just there's something about them that just makes you go, what's going on with that person right now? It's like captivating you, right? So your energy is very captivating. And when people are captivated, they can oftentimes freeze. Yes, it's another reflex. It's not just fight or flight, it's fight, flight, freeze. Okay? Um, it almost feels like when people freeze, it causes you to freeze, and so that breaks that connection. Um, I feel that this is being done to get you out of your head. You are going on and on and on and on up here. It is so loud. Um, oh my God, you don't have to know everything all the time. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Sometimes right now is the answer. You need to be present. Why? So that you can really see. So maybe all these pauses that are happening um, are guiding you, okay? And if they haven't started happening, then they're going to be. uh, 444. Interesting. So 44 and 444. So that could be significant. And 42 here. I'm also getting 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4. So 2442. So either 24 or 42 could be significant. Um, and more with the marine stuff. There's a net. It's netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. Oh. Your plans are about to take effect, and you're worried that you haven't done or prepared or something. You're worried there's something you're missing, but it's causing you to miss out, which is making you overthink, which is making you get stressed, which is slowing your energy down and is causing delays. Okay? Um, yeah, slow down. Slow down. Allow yourself to relax every now and then and relax. Did I say relax? I said that twice already. I feel like, yeah, you can't relax because you're not really resting. You feel like a NASCAR driver is exhausted after a race, right? And any of them, Mario Andretti, the Formula cars, right? Um, Pilots, fighter pilots, the really fast plane stuff, or I guess maybe even space now. Um, Divers also know about the pressure, like the deeper, right? They're like the it's like the drivers, they don't fully experience that, they don't actually run that, but their body does still feel the weight of what it would be to do that. Does that make sense? Because even though the car is the one doing all the work and they're like steering and just maintaining and guiding it, right? um it's like the forces of movement. This is like physics shit that I don't know, y'all. I almost flunked out of physics so hard, but my two friends in the class saved me. Those were my boys. That's right. That's how I learned about D&D originally. The good old days, right? You need to slow down. You need to allow yourself to, I feel that when, do you see at the speed that the messages want to come out? Anything that is meant for you is never going to pass you by. Never. What will happen is that God will slow you down over and over and over and over and over again until you pay attention, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to reflect, allow yourself to process, allow yourself to relax and truly rest and truly enjoy things. This is like somebody who goes on vacation and is working the whole time they're on vacation. I'm personally a Capricorn sun. I get the working on vacation thing, right? Business is business and you got to handle it. But this is about not allowing that to be the dominant force, not allowing that to be the guide. So this is putting the work schedule in check and saying, listen, I might be working, but I am on vacation and that is my priority. And I'm tired of doing this right now. I'll probably come back to it later. And just walking away. I don't care if you're in the middle of a business call. When your needs call, that's the call of the wild. That's nature's call. That's the only true call there is. So whatever your body is calling to at this time, that's what your body really wants. And you don't have to feel bad about that. You don't have to feel ashamed about that. You don't have to be scared of that. You just have to go with it. Allow the water to just flow over. Okay. So when you lock eyes with people, instead of your usual, which is looking away, just look. Do they look scared? Offer a smile. Do they look upset? Offer a smile. Do they look sad? Offer a smile. Right? Do they already look friendly? Give a nod or a smile back. I don't know. Right? Proceed as you feel called to. It almost feels like your face is also tense. So again, I feel like you might be walking around like this, like really scrunched in your brow here, which could be causing tension headaches for you. You might need to get an eye exam done. Same, it's been 4 years since my last one, and I know my prescription has now changed because my glasses, wherever they are, I don't. You all notice I had to pat my head because I don't have the. Oh, there they are. Yeah, welcome to day in my life, right? I know the prescription's already bad. But I'm stubborn. And yeah. See, I too, in my own ways, am called to pause in other things in life. And for me, it's pausing in this corner to focus on, hey, don't forget about you, Maria. Hello. Remember? Come on, let's go straighten that hair. Which I clearly didn't do. I left it natural on purpose though, because I want to give it a break from too much heat and stuff. You know, you gotta take care of it. Beginner's mind, right? Yeah, 21. Breaks down to a 3. 4. Yeah, no, nothing there. I was just trying to see if there was any connections anywhere. I should know better by now. Just wait and see if you get something here. Something here. Oh, I go, oh, because it's like I felt something interesting, and it's the cactus card, y'all. I've fallen into it. Well, I didn't fall; I was pushed. But a cactus, it does not feel good. It does not feel good. Okay. Even just pricking your finger on a cacti and the sore does not feel good. Yes, I was that kid. 29. Horned cactus. Huh. Resourcefulness. You're gonna have to dig deep for this one. You're gonna have to really dig deep because it's like something I feel that there's something you really want to do, but you're holding yourself back from it, and you know you're holding yourself back from it, but you're not quite sure why. Are you? I don't feel like you are. I don't feel like you're quite sure of why. Again, because you have this plan. I feel like you have this plan that you've mhm. So this is like if you're changing jobs, right? You're doing like whatever it takes. So if you're moving to another city, another town, or maybe the other side, it's just the other side of town, right? But if you're in a city, that can be pretty far away, right? So it's something that required a lot of planning, a lot of consideration, um, decision making. I feel that you could have talked to family before making this decision. Um, you've definitely gone back and forth about a lot of things, and it feels like now it's like it's too late. Like it's past the point of no return. I'm seeing the Back to the Future movies where they pass the point of no return, and they show like the characters' reactions because everybody knows like this is the plan. They knew the plan so well that they didn't need to look at a list of things, right? No, 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 no. They knew so well what needed to happen next that they knew, oh my God, I'm not gonna. And again with the rushing, so this is like somebody that maybe I don't know. I don't know what your situation is, but it feels like there's something big that you're working on, and I really don't feel that you're talking to anyone about this. I feel that you haven't really told anybody your real plans of what you want to do. And it's not that you've been sneaky, even though people are like, I feel like people are kind of sus already. They're like, what's going on with you? Like, why are you acting like this? You're acting weird, right? Um, uh, and so you might be getting kind of prickly at this time, maybe meaning like short tempered. Again, maybe it's like the noticing people staring at you or whatever. Maybe it's starting to irritate you. I don't know, but it's going to require you to dig deep to really figure out why it is that all of these things are giving you these heavy impulses. It's time for you to accept why you're getting them and to stop denying why you're getting them. That ancestral wisdom, the lay of the land. Yeah, it's time to get that higher point of view. So whatever answers you've asked for, um, they're going to be coming in. Yeah. And okay. And I did see this when I was shuffling and I didn't say it. And then I kind of had like a bad gut feeling because I knew I was going too fast. I've been told to slow down myself, but not with life, just with like my shuffles and stuff. Um, so um, you could be really having to, it almost feels like you feel like you're a contortionist. So maybe you're kind of bent out of shape because you feel that you're doing more than you should be doing in many different ways, right? But it's, thank you, it's heart home, compassionate. It's because you're following what you think in your heart is doing the right thing. And so you could be staying really nice to people at this time when normally you would have gone off on somebody. You could be not hanging out as much because you're taking that time to focus on something else, and people think you're like rejecting them or neglecting them or whatever. It's like, those are their own demons. That's not your problem. Anybody that needs you like constantly for attention, it's because they don't know how to self-soothe. And I know we all have our limits, right? Like, I honestly, I could probably go, I don't know, man. Listen, I've had to make myself learn how to be content with less in relationships, okay? Because of distance. That's not fun. It's not easy. So if you're going through that, my heart goes out to you, man. It is not fun. But if it's meant to be, it will be no matter what. Again, like I told you, what is meant for you will never pass you by. Okay? Even if you have the worst blowout argument with somebody that you have ever had with anybody in your life, that does not mean that all hope is lost, right? That doesn't mean that that connection's gone forever. It just means it's time to pull back. Right. Falling back to that state of compassion so that things don't even escalate to that point with people in your life. The only way to really do that is to really, really genuinely be yourself. And how do you do that? Well, by just being you. I don't know how else to say that, guys. I don't know how else to explain this. If being you means someone who loves to surf every day, and that is like a deal breaker, like that's your bread and butter, that's the air you breathe, that's the peanut butter to your jelly, right? Whatever it is for you, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's your church group, maybe, I don't know, whatever it is for you, you know what it is for you. Build around your foundation. Okay? Remember, everything can always be like stripped down back to the foundation and rebuilt if the foundation is good. If the foundation is good. But again, yeah, they really want me to emphasize it's going to require you to adapt. Okay? So if you're in an environment with people who are very, very different from you, it could be you that needs to change. Okay? And maybe it's just so that you can really acknowledge and without a doubt say, yep, it was not me that needed to change. I did it. I've done everything all these people around me have said I needed to do to be perfect, and it's not working for me. Right? Okay? And another 3. I did, I put it back in the deck and shuffled it. I'm sorry. It was 12 and broke down to a 3. And this is the number 3 card. Benefactor, grace and generosity. It feels that you give wholeheartedly in connections. And I feel that means that you may even tell somebody you may be somebody who tells people to their face, I really don't like you. It's nothing personal. I honestly can't pinpoint what it is, but I don't see a need to have any sort of a social relationship with you other than like if you're a coworker, then other than having to work with you and be cordial with you at work, blah, blah, blah. It's like a brother-in-law or I don't know, somebody connected to you through a circle of friends. Maybe it's somebody's new person, and you just can't stand each other. Well, that's okay. It's like two sharks just swimming by each other and leaving each other alone, right? Yeah, refusal of the call, dream thief. Do not engage. 13 is also the number of the death card in tarot. Do not engage, okay? Allow people to project to you whatever they want right now, okay? Because right now in the spiritual world, in woo-woo land, as they say, you have so much help around you. It's, yeah, it's like an onion, layer after layer after layer after layer, protecting what's at the core. Okay? And there was that other card that was, it was the heart one, and I didn't pull it out of the deck, and I should have. Yeah, because I should have had more confidence. So maybe you need to have more confidence as well. And I also need to be a little less forgetful, not gonna lie, guys. I think I might have been like undiagnosed, I don't know, something as a kid for sure, because anyways. You're gonna get a nudge in the right direction. It seems that, yeah, okay. You're gonna get a nudge in the right direction because you've been doing things right. You've been following your heart. You've been learning your lessons. But you're still refusing to do what you're being guided to do. So it's like I don't know, your guides telling you that they really want you to learn how to play with marbles. Okay? And you have absolutely no interest in that, and you know absolutely nothing about it. Well, you got to start somewhere. So just start. And whenever you're like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll look at that right now and start. But sitting there and being like, whatever, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to think about that. Well, you've just now given power to rejection, which means more rejection is going to come back. Which, again, I did say earlier something about like, yeah, so for somebody here, you could be trying to move. Doesn't matter how big the move is. A move is a move. There's some sort of move you've been trying to make that keeps getting delayed because there's some sort of perfect environment that you're trying to create. And instead, what's being created is a perfect storm. So that you learn to have faith to go when you're initially this is like I'm seeing how in the military they do the like go and it's like if you don't go you're getting shoved, like there is no stopping. Everybody's in the line. When the jumpers go, that's it. It's go until they're all gone. So you're getting nudged in the right direction. So don't be scared by that. Okay? It's nothing personal. So don't take it personal when people like rage around you or get snappy about. Don't take it personal. There's something that triggered them in that moment. That doesn't mean that you have to get triggered just because they got triggered. Let them process. Let them say whatever else they feel they need to say until you have enough information to process whatever you need to process, form whatever conclusion you feel comfortable forming, and then make whatever decision you feel like making. Again, the netcaster, I didn't pull this one out. Preparations come to fruition, okay? You might have to, at this time, be okay with doing things someone else's way. Being okay with trying new things. Being open to criticism. I'm getting, God, it's like, yeah, you really don't want to hear it. It's like, I feel like you immediately in your mind start trying to get somebody to shut up when they start telling you whatever this is, because you've been hearing it so much and you've been pushing it away for so long that now it's one of those things that's like, look at this, look, like you can't get away from it. Because something has caught your attention. There's something you're curious about, and you feel quite magical yourself. So, you could be somebody that people say is very charismatic, okay? But also at the same time, very cold. I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. I'm being honest, and I'm sorry. I don't want to trigger anybody, but listen, that just means that you're well aware of fire and ice within, which is what? It's duality. It means you're aware of duality. Yeah, I keep getting different songs, but the part that is sticking is literally ahead of the game. Ahead of the game, but from different songs by, different people in different situations ahead of the game. So, it's like you're charging forth so fast into these things, but it's like you haven't tested your battle plan. Yes, you came up with it. Yes, you had your like strategy meeting or whatever, but there was always feedback. There was always friction. Like, oh, I don't know. But you did not want to hear the truth because it's like you were afraid of the truth. You were afraid it was going to be like the worst thing you could think of. You didn't you didn't acknowledge or even try to fathom the fact that it was possible that it's like somebody learning a new way to make something or a new way to do something, and it's just as successful, just as efficient, just as comfortable, just as fun, fill in the blank, as the way you originally wanted to do things or the way you've originally done everything. Okay? Um, this is learning that it doesn't always have to be your way or the highway. You can flow, right? And see how other people handle things for a while. And then that'll teach you a lot about everyone around you, and it'll teach you so much more about yourself. Okay. And it will allow you to be curious about the truth. Be curious about the truth, the true truth of life. And our little thing has gone out. I really hope you're trusting me on this reading, because when I read, I'm sorry, I'm channeling. I'm going to give you the message. I'm not going to pay attention to a little timer thing. I hate being rushed. Don't rush me. Don't ever rush me. Everybody that's ever met me knows that. Don't rush me. But I rush people a lot too. It's because I'm always rushing myself, but I've learned not to do that. And now I'm a lot faster at different things than I used to be. So you see, it all works out in the end. You just got to go with it. Try something different. You've been guided to try something different because this is probably what's going to work for you. And in the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you know that you need to do something differently, be different, go somewhere different, whatever it is, fill in your blank, and you're not doing it, you are your block. And at this time, your block is being revealed to you, which is what? The truth. The truth is going to be revealed to you. If you're the one holding you back, again, you're about to be given confirmation again that you're the one holding you back. If it's not you, you're going to be given confirmation again that it's not you, and you're going to be shown who. Yeah. Okay. So, are you ready to learn? Teachability at the bottom, and I'm just going to leave it with that. Yeah, 8 and 2, that's 10. Hollow bone, teachability, okay? How willing to learn are you? How How truthfully willing to learn are you, okay, about your faith, about you, about your soul, about your God, about whatever it is inside of you that you pray to, that you hold sacred. Sacred. Are you ready? Are you ready to really learn and transform and grow in that department? This is a growth of faith. This is adorable. Oh, 33. Okay, so 3s and 4s are significant, guys, because they're standing out. And we even have card 34 with a 3 and a 4 on it. So 34 or 43, 44, 33 could all be significant. And also, again, 24 and 42. Oh, that means I'm going to have to watch this video and write all this stuff down. Anyways, joyful muse, inspiration. Yeah, do the things that light you up, okay? Please focus on those things. Again, if your foundation is strong in life, meaning if you truly follow your joy in life, if you truly put the priority and the focus on happiness, on creativity, on expansion, okay? On allowing life to inspire you, okay? You will learn benefactor, grace and generosity, okay? Grace and generosity. They want me to talk about grace and generosity. This is what they want you to learn about, okay? Because this is at the lost compass. Oh, wow. Getting back to integrity, okay? This is why they want me to be the one to teach you this, because on this channel, I always say that the heart is like your compass, okay? Compass to what? To the soul's map. It's going to guide you around your soul so you can really learn what your truth is. Allow life to bless you. Allow God to bless you. If you get triggered by God, then just take and put whatever word there. If you, Lilith, uh, Hades, uh, Buddha, Lakshmi, whatever. Phil, my love, I don't care. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge anybody. Trust me, I'm the last person to judge anybody for anything. I'm far from perfect. Okay, my loves? That said, grace and generosity. Have grace even with those that you don't feel you deserve it, that you don't feel they deserve it. Because those are the people we're actually supposed to give the most grace and love to. Which means what? The people who are mean to us, the people who hurt us, the people who lied to us, etc., etc. Don't y'all love my sound effects? Be generous with yourself. The more of your true self that you give to the world around you, the more of your true self can be reflected back to you by the world around you, which means you start meeting people that are more like-minded. You start finding places that you really connect with, that you really enjoy being there, that you feel like, yes, this benefits me, right? And I feel that this is being gifted to you by either a mother or a father figure on the other side. For some of you, it's both. Enjoy yourself. Indulge yourself in allowing yourself to cry. Indulge yourself in allowing yourself to sigh. Indulge yourself in being able to ask why. Indulge yourself in being allowed to feel without judging yourself about what you're feeling. Okay? This is it's almost getting a feeling of like somebody who isn't allowing themselves to be happy or to experience positive feelings for some reason. I don't know why you don't feel you deserve them, but it's you that is stopping you from experiencing them. So it has to be something there. Again, I said trigger warning, but for some of you, there may be some self-loathing. I say that with the most love, okay? Because I know they're harsh words. But again, words are spells. They were made the way they are for a reason. Just allow yourself to be open to learn from them, okay? I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, guys. I feel that the biggest advice I can give you is to really follow your heart. Yeah, get back to integrity. Anything that you have any questions on, investigate, research, analyze, study, whatever you feel called to, right? Give yourself the grace and generosity of being able to explore and experience anything, because anything is possible. Okay, anything is possible. Yes, thank you. The courage to step into life with integrity. Stepping back into life, following your heart, allowing yourself to be guided by your truth, no matter what that truth is, because you're not going to judge yourself anymore. You're not going to degrade yourself anymore. You will no longer belittle yourself, okay? You will honor, love, cherish, respect yourself. You will be devoted to yourself and to your faith and to your healing. And on that path of that pure devotion, everything around you falls into a completely different category from you, okay? Everything is going to shift, everything is going to change, and it's going to require that flexibility from you. It is going to require you to kind of keep to yourself a little bit, not forever, gathering around the power of community. Do you see this? I'm getting the quote from Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. I want to say Tucker. Where he says, Jackie says to him, he's been going for a while, like just not saying anything, just looking and smiling. And finally, he speaks to somebody else in English. And and so Jackie's like, well, you seem like you like to talk. I like to let people talk who like to talk. It lets me know how full of shit they are. Okay? And letting people go on and have their own conversations around you. Okay? All of that fire that may build within you is literally transmuting all that negativity into positivity, because you're holding it there. You're not just immediately sending it back out as it is. You are transmuting it within yourself so that it can work for you. Because if I start yelling at this bitch right now, I'm going to jump across this table, I'm going to slap a hoe, and then I'm going to get arrested. Da, 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 da. See? So you just stay quiet. You let them speak. You just nod or acknowledge, okay? Listen, just because you think in the moment that they're getting away with it, I promise you they're not getting away with it. Now I'm getting another movie quotes from The Mummy, where she says to the really trashy guy that's just literally betraying everybody, she's like, bad guys always get their comeuppance. And his ending, oof, you knew he was thinking about her words in that moment. Okay, so allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to slow down. If people stare at you, let them stare. Don't let it stress you out. Don't let it make you uncomfortable. Whatever it is that you're doing, this almost feels like you're going out dressed in a new style, or like you're going out, like there's something like a massive change. This doesn't have to be just a move, okay? This can be a mind move where you're deciding from this day forward, this is who I am, this is who I'm going to be. Listen, y'all, I did that a long time ago, okay? And I never looked back. I was 13 when I did it. And I just decided I was no longer gonna be afraid to be me. I was gonna do the things I wanted to do. And I wasn't gonna care what the people around me were saying, no matter how much trash they talked to me about the things I chose to do that I loved. I wasn't gonna let their opinion influence me. Okay. And I did all sorts of things. I went on to do cheerleading, tennis, JRTC, peer mediator, students against drunk drivers. I mean, lots of things, okay? Things that before that age, had I not made that decision back at 13, I would have continued on shy, quiet, always afraid to speak up, always afraid to speak out. But that year, that 13 is the death card. And didn't we have 13? I talked about it earlier. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that one down too. At 13, if had I not done that, I would have been stuck this quiet, insecure, shy, like I wouldn't be somebody who defends myself. And if I would have never been somebody who could defend myself, God knows if I would have been able to defend my kids, And it just, listen, life happens. Ooh, sacred contract. Life happens the way it does because it had to happen. It was meant to happen that way. You were meant to be this way. You were meant to experience what you've experienced. That got warm. Woo. Let me move this candle. We're going to move you right over here. Thank you. If you're still here, thank you for still listening to me blabber on. But yeah, sacred contracts. Now I'm getting the rest is still unwritten, Natasha Bedingfield. Okay. So, oh, that's beautiful. With joyful muse, inspiration, and sacred contract. Okay. Your slate's being wiped clean. You know what you know all you need to know at this time. You don't need to worry about what you don't know. I don't care how much you keep asking. The reading's going to end now. Okay. What do you need to do right now? Listen, you're being told stop. You're being given the stare because it's time for you to reflect and really select what you want to work towards, what you want to transform in your present, okay? What you want to transform in your present life. I want you to focus on what life would look like if that was already transformed. Don't think of any of the obstacles. Don't follow any of those spirals, okay? Stay centered. Stay focused on the joyful things, on the inspiration, because you are writing your new contract for a new phase in your life. You are currently making these decisions. Yeah, you are currently making these decisions. I feel that you are aware of these things. And if you're not, it's high time you learn. Maybe that's what you need to learn. Maybe you've been running from spirituality and that's why you've been feeling so many blocks in your faith, because you have forgotten that there is another side to the faith. Okay. And that is the heart. And if the heart is guiding you to something, but you're denying yourself that because of something someone else has told you, but you no matter what you do, no matter how perfect you are, things always point out to you that you should be doing this. That's as clear as it gets, honey. That's as clear as it gets. Oh, let's do one more split. One more split. Unmarked. Yes, this is why you're going to need to be adaptable. Okay. In order to experience things that you've never experienced before, you have to think and speak and walk and embody what you have never before. Okay? So some things, I'm getting one, nothing's wrong with me, two, nothing's wrong. It's like something's got no, something's got to give. What's the verse where he says something's got to give? It's gone. Okay, so that's what's important. Something's got to give. Look, I know where you're at right now. And there's a saying for it. Can't see the forest for the trees. It's not an insult. It's an insight. What does that mean? Can't see the forest for the trees. Being out alone, deep in the thick of the wilderness, completely alone, no tech, just you human, out alone, changes a person. It puts you in a different mindset. Okay? You can get to a point where it's like all you know is survival. All you know is, just trying to survive. Okay? You're being brought to a place where you can thrive. So trust your gut. Trust what you're feeling. Oh, falling angels, spiritual narcolepsy. Yeah, I'm getting Simba, remember who you are. Remember who you are. And then, just like when he was little, boom, his dad was gone. Like, because this was when his father appeared to him in the clouds and the skies, and he could hear him and really feel his presence, right? Remember your foundations. Yes. Remember your foundations so that you can heal. Repairing the veil, forgiveness. There's some things in your past you're going to need to let go of. Put your focus right now on just making magic in your day-to-day. Pretend you're a princess living in a cottage and out in the woods, or pretend you're a cat living in a super chic apartment, like the fully pampered fat cat life. Imagine yourself, whatever, right? Whatever. It doesn't even have to be something you really want, just something anywhere's better than here kind of vibe, right? Like something better. But let yourself really expand your energy. What energy, Maria? Your creative energy, my love. Your mind. But we're going to use it for you, okay? So we're going to think, what is it that you really want? You want a life of more fun? All right, picture yourself doing all those things you find to be so much fun, okay? Doesn't matter who you picture with you. Picture yourself with people, picture yourself with just one or two people, do a variety of conjurings, if you will, and allow yourself to just think, yeah, oh man, yeah, that would be really great. Don't allow the buts to come in, okay? Don't do that. Tell them to go away. It's not their turn. You've listened to them for long enough. All right, guys, I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.